In this lecture, we will create an About Us page. We will search for a nice image and edit it into PowerPoint. Hey, welcome back to the course. Right now we will be designing the next slide, which will be the About Us page. There are many approaches on how to prepare such a page, but I think I already have an idea and we will use a big picture for that. As you also see, I have added 2 slides to the presentation. These are simply vector images I have imported into PowerPoint, so it will be easier and quicker to grab those icons and insert it onto our slides. Okay, so let me start by adding the new slide for the About Us page. By the way, I will of course share those icons with you later in the resources. I told you that I will present you one-on-one how I create those presentations, so I'll also reveal very nice resources for you, and here is one of them, unsplash.com. It's a great website where you can find completely free, without copyright images, and they are adding 10 new photos every 10 days. So I just typed in some office photo, and as you see, there are not so many photos, but we could use that one, we could use that one. I've downloaded 2 of them and will enter them into the presentation. So let's start. My favorite thing to do, delete everything. Later on, when we have already some boxes, it will get quicker because we can simply copy them. But I take the photo, for example this office photo, and I place it in the presentation. It's quite a bit big and it's a rectangle photo. So what I want to do, I hit the picture tools on the top, I go to crop, and I crop the bottom side just a little bit. Let's say like that, or even a bit more, because I like the top side of the image. And I simply make the image big. I would like the image to cover, for example, 75% of the slide. So it should be something like this. Not too much. We can resize it later. PowerPoint is snapping this automatically. And I still need to crop this image. Let's say from the bottom again, like that. All right, yeah, this looks a little bit better. I wanted it to be more, so I do it again. I crop again. I'm really ugly with this photo. I cropped half of it, but it doesn't matter. I just want to achieve the effect I want to achieve. I'm a little bit too slow, so let me speed up. I take 4 icons from here, I copy them, and I insert them on the slide. All right, I have trouble selecting them now. Let me take them to the bottom, and let me set the image back. As I see, the image is a little bit too small. I can resize it. I want to show you a nice trick how to cover up the image with a simple effect. I select a rectangle. I make the rectangle exactly the same size as the image. I right-click on the rectangle. I go to Format Shape. First, I make Shape Outline No Outline, and now I want to select the branding color that I'm using for the entire presentation. Let's say, since I already made the title gray, we will go for a grayish approach, and I will simply select a gray color. It can be even darker, and I work with the transparency. As you see, we can create a really nice effect when the image is a little bit visible. Maybe it's too dark. Now it's too milky. This should do the trick. This adds a little bit more flavor to the image. All right, I'm done with that. I group the image. Maybe I should select a darker image, but never mind. We used an image like that, and I start working with the icons. I align the icons together, or 4 of them. PowerPoint is helping me with that. I select all of them. I want to make them just a slightly bigger, just slightly. And since they are vector icons, I can recolor them as I would like. So I select another color for each of the shapes. A nice blue one, a nice green one, a nice orange one, and for example, what do we have from the basic colors? Well, it can be a brownish yellow. It's alright. Now I select all of the icons, I go to Drawing Tools, and I bring them forward. So they are in forward of the image. I place them here, and I select another time Insert, Shapes, and I would like to make some background for the shapes. So by holding the Shift key, I create a perfect rectangle. I want the rectangle to have a white fill. Then I select the shape outline. I go to Weight and make a big, maybe a 3-point outline around it. As you see, this will be a background for all the images. I simply go click a few times, send backwards, and the backgrounds are ready. I make them smaller. Well, the icons should depend on what type of business you are doing right now. I copy it 4 times. And I send all of them backwards, hoping that they will cover up the icons perfectly. Alright, what I should now do, I should always select Shape Outline, and by using the eyedropper, I should make the outline the same as the icon. Okay, the icons are ready. I quickly copy the text from the first slide to insert it here, make a company name. I select the text, I make it white, and I place it in the middle. Then I go back, I select the text to create quickly a text box, and I make the text a little bit smaller. Wait a second for me to write here anything. I filled out some text. I think it should be adjusted to be justified. I've adjusted it to cover up the box, and I think this slide is ready and designed. We could still enter a tagline here, but let's not overcrowd it. I'm also not convinced by the orange we are using, but somehow the image, which has also the orange chair, works with that. So as it is, we are ready to begin animating the whole slide.